Hi guys, this is Oshi and this is going to be my, I don't even know how I'm calling these, but quarterly reviews according to my yearly reading. And there's already another 3 months, gone, and we only have 3 months left from this year, which is very, very weird. This one is for July, August, and September. For July, I didn't make as much notes that I wanted. But in these videos, I mostly talk about how I think the card um, what's the word, appeared or manifested itself, the meaning for me in my life for that month. For July, I had the Hermit, but in the reverse. So like this. It's still beautiful. And I use the Oakesh and Thorn for my yearly reading. So I'm, keeping with these cards because I mean, I love looking at them, and I kind of want to stay with the same deck that I used when I did the yearly spread. And for July, it was the Hermit, but in reverse. And I kind of, when I did the reading back then, and that was the point when I thought that, oh, it's gonna be about, restriction lifting all over the world. We're gonna go outside more, and uh, it's gonna be in the reverse because we will be finally able to go out and not be a hermit anymore. And it's not that at all. Restrictions were lifted much sooner here, not because everything is fine. It's because the government just decided that, hey, for them it's doesn't worth taking care of people like that anymore. But for me, in the end, it meant that I very much wanted to stay home and be alone because I kind of felt like I don't want to talk to people. I just want to, take out days and just afternoons and not talk to people. But I also realized, and I knew while these things were happening, that if I say no to opportunities to not just appear on other people's channels or live streams, but meeting friends in real life, but if I don't go to live chats, then I'm gonna miss out, and then I'm gonna lose contact with other people. So how it manifested, this reversed hermit energy is very much I was pushing myself not to be a hermit because my natural instinct was to just shut down and retract and turn inwards and be there, which is normally fine. But I knew that on the scale of things I would have missed out if I went with how I wanted to feel, because this was how I wanted to feel, but this was what was best for me, which was very interesting. And I learned a lot with these readings, so I'm definitely going to do this for next year as well. Then in August, I had Death with the bunny. And I'm not gonna lie, since things are happening the way are happening, and death can be, literal death sometimes, I was worried for a while that it would mean something like that. But I also believe, I don't know if you guys believe that or not, I don't even know where it comes from, that when an animal or a pet dies in your household, it's often said that they die instead of a human being, which sounds cruel, I know, but I kind of think that that was part of it, because not with an animal, but one of our big walnut trees just broke down in half, and it was just like unfinished, and it died. It didn't die that day, but it started probably dying 2 years ago or something, because it was turns out that there's some infection or something like that going around in trees, and the trunk got hollow, and it couldn't support the weight of it. And we were very lucky because my sister-in-law was working at that very spot where the tree fall a day before everything happened, but that day neither she nor my brother was there working. It didn't fall on the roof because it was next to that part where my grandmother's part of the house is, so nothing in that sense, was injured or hurt or damaged, which is obviously. But yeah, I can think about that, that tree died instead of something that would have happened to anyone who lives on this land, and I mean our place. But also, I hopefully I was able to finally stop taking my sleeping pills, and I wasn't addicted in an actual way of I wasn't addicted, but I was dependent on taking it. When I started taking it, it was before my previous job. That was more than a year now, a year and a half. And I managed to stop for about a month at some point, but then stress came back and I restarted it. And it wasn't easy to stop. And I still have nights when I'm just like, it would be so much easier, just taking that, it knocks you out and you don't have to deal with it. But yeah, I'm working on it, but hopefully this time I managed to kick it. It's not easy, but it's definitely a death in a good way. So yeah, that was August, and we have September, which was the Nine of Wands, also in the reverse. But kind of such an interesting Knight of Wands. Look at that. If it focuses. Because, there's a bee or a wasp. I don't even know. No, it's a bee. It's just, it's looking directly at me. Hello. Okay. So yeah, it's in the reverse, and I kind of felt like, it will mean something that where I want to charge forward and I want to do things, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna be frustrated and not being able to do anything because I'm gonna get blocked. And I kind of felt like it would, bring annoyance with it, and I would feel frustrated because I can't remember right now, but I think I had something like that in a reverse card previously, and that felt like that. But with this one, it was more on the things were not supposed to happen, and I had to accept them, to be blocked as well. Just like the zombie oracle, that was definitely, I wanted it to be out. I wanted it to be out, and I made the video, and then I had to adjust and add captions, and then there was a problem with the design and whatever, and it was just like, I wanna. But it felt more like, okay, it needs to be, you need to wait. I kind of feel like this is more on the, hey girl, you need to be patient for some reason. And I'm handling it much better than I would normally do. So, I mean, I'm not saying I was very happy, obviously not. But also at the same time, and that was more in the beginning of the month, where I wanted to go, but life was like, no, you need to slow down. And then I was like, okay, I understand why. I would like to still move, but I can't because I get exhausted. I was exhausted. So life, by slowing me down, try to help me not to get burned out as quickly as I would have if I went, all the way through, the whole month. Because by the second half, I was definitely much more exhausted than normally. And that was even though I couldn't do as much as I wanted to. So just imagine that if I managed to actually do everything that I wanted, because nothing was blocking me from the outside, I would have been maybe even more sicker by the end of September. So I mean, that's how I'm thinking these cards manifested itself. Now the next three. For October, I know I have the Five of Swords, which is the being selfish card. And yeah, probably I have to work on that, which is not surprising. But we'll talk about it in December, which is almost here. Jesus. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss me when I go live. And if you like, you can buy my zombie oracle deck if you'd like to, or if you like what I do on this channel, you can support me by buying spaceship particles, because I'm building a spaceship. Okay, you're not, but you know, I can buy decks if you support my channel, and some people already did, and I'm really grateful because you guys helped me getting a deck for Christmas. Which is really cool. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone for watching, for being here, for commenting, for supporting me and talk to me, because I really like you guys and I hope I can, return the favor. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.